Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spontaneous Sunday. My name is Aaron Shows, and I'm here in LA on a rainy, sunny Sunday, rainy Sunday evening. Anyway, this evening's theme is drink up, so make sure you have a beverage. Here we go. All right, everyone. Well, good evening. Welcome to Spontaneous Sunday. My name is Aaron Shows, and I'm here in Los Angeles, California. It's been raining today, which has been the weirdest thing ever because, one, we haven't had a good rain, I would guess, since probably May of last year. So if you can believe that, being in a place where it never rains, a good rain like we had today, it's been a long time. And considering the things that have happened the last couple of weeks here, with all the fires, all the smoke, all the ash, and then this morning I was driving to church and I could see the mountains in the distance, and there was snow on the mountains. The places that were once burning are now covered in snow 2 weeks later. What a weird place. You know, if there was a song about that, it would be, what a weird world. I see snowy mountains that used to be on fire. Yeah, it's a strange place, but I'm thankful that most of the fire stuff, it seems like, is pretty contained, which is really relieving because it's been a wild few weeks here. So I'm glad that I have been safe, but there have been many friends of mine that have lost things, lost their homes. I have a school job that I work during the weekdays, and out of the entire student class, I think 60 of them have lost their homes. And you can imagine, you know, as a high schooler, all your stuff just gone, and you know, all your textbooks, all the things that you had for school, it's all gone. And so they're back at school, and it's just such a devastation thing that this has been happening. And anyhow, to not be too negative about everything, I'm glad that today was rain. I'm glad today was snow. Didn't snow here down below, but up in the mountains you could see the snow, so that was kind of nice. Anyhow, all right, tonight's theme, as I said, was drink up. It's all kinds of beverages. Now, I have got with me on one side, I have a bottle of water. The other side, I have got my usual trusty coffee mug with some coffee in it. And I think that means I probably should do something coffee related. So I'm not going to sing all night long for you, but I may sing some. This one I will not sing, but this one actually ties into, well, let's see, I can do two back-to-back that are coffee songs. There's two coffee songs. Let's do two coffee songs. And as I go along, as the first song happened, you never know what's gonna trigger other songs that I might play. So that last one, Tequila, I was sitting there playing and thinking, these two chords, and that's literally a bunch of different songs, and I was trying to sort of go through them. And then, of course, there was the On Broadway. And then I did the Michael Jackson song, The Way You Make Me Feel. Anyhow, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. There's like the 4-chord thing you probably heard about, how most rock songs have 4 chords. Well, this was just 2 chords, and it was reminding me of all kinds of songs. So that's the way it goes. Anyhow, let's do some coffee songs. This first one is a jazz standard. I've heard many a vocal group cover this song, and I'm going to do it tonight on the piano. This is called the Java Jive, and I'm going to follow that one with another coffee song that's literally called Black Coffee, and that comes from 1948. Java Jive comes from 1940, so we're taking a jump back 80 years here to 1940s, and this is Java Jive and Black Coffee. Enjoy. I almost forgot. All right. That's the coffee song. Okay, so that was Java Jive. Let me turn this camera here. Java Jive, followed by a song called Black Coffee, written in 1948. I'm going to drink some black coffee right now in my favorite mug. That's also that's another song. I didn't think about that one. There's a Ray Charles song that has that in there. Let's see. I don't know if I can even sing this one. Let's see if I take this down a key, maybe I can do it. Let's see. Maybe in this. Oh gosh. How about just do it regular key? Let's keep it here. There's a Ray Charles song that has that. I didn't even add this to the list tonight, but this is it's just a part of a song. Let me tell you about the girl I know. She is my baby and she lives next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, she brings my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, oh, I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Hallelujah, I just love her so. That's the one. There's actually another coffee song I could do. Ooh, there's another one. I think I might have some on my iPad here. I'll do this next one, and then I will get to the chat. So let me see here. This is one. Okay, another coffee song. This is going to be the last coffee song for the evening. We're going to go from there and just go downhill. But anyhow, let's do this. This is not a coffee song really though, but it's like the Ray Charles one. There's a part of the song that has coffee in it, and this is a lot of effort for just one lyric, but that's okay. We're going to try this. This is a Carly Simon song from the 1970s. You walked into the party like you were walking into a yacht. Your hat strategically dipped below one eye. Your scarf was apricot. You had one eye in the mirror as you watched yourself gavotte. And all the girls dreamed that they'd be your partner, they'd be your partner. And sing along. You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. Don't you, don't you? The coffee one's next, I think. Next verse. You had me several years ago when I was still quite naive. Well, you said that we made such a pretty pair and that you would never leave. But you gave away the things you loved, and one of them was me. I had some dreams, they were clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee, and you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. Don't you, don't you? Well, I hear you went up to Saratoga, and your horse naturally won. Then you flew your Lear jet up to Nova Scotia to see the total eclipse of the sun. Well, you're where you should be all the time, and when you're not, you're with some underworld spy. Oh, of a close friend, wife of a close friend, wife of a close friend, and you're so vain. You probably think the song is about you, you're so vain. I bet you think the song is about you, don't you, don't you? You're so vain. Bet you think the song is about you, you're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you, don't you, don't you? Oh, you're so vain. You probably think the song is about you, you're so vain. Bet you think this song is about you, don't you, don't you, don't you, don't you? I had some dreams, they were clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee, and you're so All right. That was not planned, hence the lyrics got screwed up. But that's okay. That's spontaneousness. That's doing things on the spot. And anyhow, yeah, all that song was just for one lyric of the clouds in my coffee. So, but great song nonetheless. That's 1972. You're so vain. Carly Simon. All right. So now let's go to the chat. Let's see who is here. I didn't plan to have that happen tonight, but that happens sometimes. You think of a song and it just happens, and they've got the music for it. I had some dreams. They were clouds in my coffee. Well, my coffee is black coffee, so I don't have clouds in my coffee. But anyway, back to the top. Let's see at the very, very top. Looks like Jill was here first. Hi, Jill. Good to see you in North Carolina. Cam is here. Hi, Cam, in Maryland with Kristen. Hello. Robert Varner is here. Good to see you, Robert. Rue is here. Hello, Rue. Good to see you in Chicago. Matt Leach is here from Mendocino, California. Good to see you, Matt. I'm glad you're up there in the north, where it's right now is safe. It hasn't been safe in the past, but it's safe right now. Yeah, California is a weird state. There's a lot of risk of living here. It's just it's a strange place. But also a beautiful place as well. It's one of the most beautiful states, I think, just in terms of what it has. It's a huge state. Anyhow, Georges is here. Hi, Georges. Good to see you. Local here in SoCal. Glad you're here this evening. Jerry is here. Hi, Jerry, in Ohio. Let's see. Annie is here. Oh, from you and Arthur. Good to see you both in San Jose, up north. Good to see you too. Thanks for being here. Who else am I? Oh, Beth is here. Good to see you, Beth. Happy Sunday to you as well. Been a while since you joined us live. Yeah, well, I began back live last week. It was my first one of the new year, so it had been some time. How odd that last weekend was my first live stream of 2025. But yeah, thank you. Jerry says a tasty beverage time. I think milkshake, of course. Oh goodness, boring. That's okay. Get your calcium. You get your calcium. All right. Let's see. Going down the list here, if I missed, I think this is still like way back in the early part of the stream. Let's see here. Annie says, I love how friendly everyone is. I do too. This is the coolest part about these online communities. It's just like we're all gathered here, regardless of our backgrounds, and we're just here to enjoy some music. And music has that strange power of bringing us all together, and I just love that about it, because this is what it's all about. It's all about sharing this time. I mean, you only got one life, right? You only got one, and why not spend it doing good things that spark joy and happiness and smiles? So that's why I do this. I see lots of hearts, different colored hearts. Goodness. Let's see here. Am I missing anybody? I thought, oh yeah, Julian's here. Hi, Julian. Good to see you. I'm seeing Kristen's in the chat as well. Good to see you, Kristen. Julian's here. Hi, Julian. And I think I saw another one here. The Endless River. Catch me live. Amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, this is something we do every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Looks like he went to bed already, but that's okay. Whiskey in the jar. That might be a good one. I didn't think about whiskey in the jar. We could do that tonight as well. Let's see if I can fit that one in. Last week was kind of crazy because, well, the theme was crazy last week, literally. And someone requested the Jigou Toccata, the organ piece from the 19th century. And I had to find a way to fit it in. And the only way that I could make it work was toward the end of the program, I was playing Britney Spears' Crazy. That you drive me crazy, I just can't see. And then it turned into the Jigou Toccata. So that with drum machines. So that's what happens here. That's what happens here. It's always spontaneous. All right. Brooks is here. Hi, Brooks. Yes, Musical Merchants Unite. Yes, NAMM. That is the hat. This was a week of NAMM for me. And it was a lot of fun. I'll talk about that in a little bit, actually. That was kind of a cool thing to talk about. Let's see. And thank you, Brooks, for the super chat. I appreciate it with the pair. Thank you. You're saying, do Arteries sing this song? What one was that one? That would have been, I don't know. Which one was that one that Arteries sang? Was it You're So Vain? I gotcha. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's my humor right there. Yes. All right. You're so coronary. All right. Another one. Thank you, Brooks. All right. Cool. I think that's all that's in the chat. If I've missed anybody, let me know. I think that's everybody that I can see here. So if I've missed you, say hello again, and I will catch as I'm playing. But glad you're all here. All right. Now that I've gotten off my set list with You're So Coronary, You're So Vain, I need to figure out what's next. Ooh, this is a good one. Let's see. This one is here. I might sing this one, actually. I didn't think about singing this one, but this one's kind of a... this one is from the I want to say 80s, but maybe it's the 70s, maybe the late 70s. I need to look at see what the music said. But anyway, the song was called Escape. Rupert Holmes. Let's see if I can read this text here. Oh, 1979. So it was late 70s. All right, this one is, this is called Escape, otherwise known as the Pina Colada song. And if you like pina coladas, you can sing along. That rhymes. I should be a songwriter. All right. Let's try this. What's this groove sound like? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Cool. All right. This is Escape, Rupert Holmes, otherwise known as the Pina Colada song. There's a lot of lyrics in this one. I need to make sure I get this right. So I might screw this up, but that's the joy of spontaneous music. Here we go. I was tired of my lady. We've been together too long. Like a walnut recording of my favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was a letter I read. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight, midnight in the dunes of the Cape. And I'm in love that you look for. Write to me and escape. Didn't think about my lady. No, I could sound kind of mean, but me and my old lady had fallen into the same old routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food, I am into champagne. I got to meet you by tomorrow noon and cut through this red tape. And at the bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape. So I waited with high hopes, and she walked into that place. I knew her smile in an instant, I knew the curve of her face. It was my own lovely lady, and she said, oh, it's you. And then we laughed for a moment, and I said I never knew that you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain, and the feel of the ocean, and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, you're the lady I've looked for. Come with me and escape. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain, if you like the ocean and the taste of champagne, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, you're the lady I look for. Come with me and escape. Well, that is If You Like Pina Coladas, otherwise known as The Escape. This microphone stand is trying to escape. There we go. All right. Goodness me. I never have sung that song before. I've heard it all my life. And it's one of those songs, I think you kind of have to sing it because it's such a story the whole way through. And in today's terms, it wouldn't be an ad in the paper. It would be more like a swipe right on an app or something, I guess, which is not as exciting as, the paper. But, when it's all kind of instantaneous like all those dating apps are, which I never have used, by the way, but I've had friends that use them, and people in my family actually have used them. And gotten married from them, so that's it has validity to it. But I never have used it myself. But I know that it's one of those things where it's just a swath of swiping on people, and yeah, the paper would have been a much more longer term thing and a lot more mystery to it all, I suppose. But I guess the phone's mysterious too, because you don't know if the person's real behind the picture. But anyhow, that is the song "Escape." Everyone knows that song. Hopefully you sung along, because it's a high one for me, so hopefully you help me out there. You know, that's one of the things about me being by myself in this room, is that I can't hear all of you, but I can see all the chat, so hopefully you're singing along here. So I will check in the chat after this next one. This next one is a song that probably nobody knows. Maybe some people know it. I'm going to do a sort of a slower version of it, but I've talked before about how much I enjoy the crooner era, you know, Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, and gosh, you talk about like Perry Como and, you know, Al Martino and, you know, Sammy Davis Jr. Back in those days, Dean Martin is the one for me that stands out, because he always seemed to sing things that were in my vocal range, and so I was able to sing along, whereas my favorite artist, Billy Joel, is a tenor, and he sings so high, and so I'm having to either you know, shout in my car to get up to those notes, or just take it down the octave, and it doesn't sound as exciting that way. But anyway, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra the same way, but he's a little bit higher in voice. Dean Martin always sang in my range, and so this one is on his greatest hit, one of his greatest hits albums, and is one that's not super well known. I couldn't find sheet music for it, but I know the song so well. I listened to this stuff so long that I made a little lyric sheet for myself. But I'll try to sing it here for you. This is called "Hey Brother, Pour the Wine," and you may know it, but if not, it'll be the first time for you. So it's kind of has the recording that he did kind of has a I want to say kind of like a medieval kind of feel to it. Has a boom cha boom da. Has sort of, you know, like think about like a lute or a you know, recorder playing and things, and a little drum, but has that kind of a medieval vibe of a sort of song. But I'll try a little bit like that maybe and see how it goes. But yes, this is Dean Martin. The song is called "Hey Brother, Pour the Wine." Here we sit enjoying the shade. Hey brother, pour the wine. Drink the drink that I have made. Hey brother, pour the wine. Tell you why the day is sunny. I'm in love with lips of honey. Wait till you see the way she walks. Hey brother, pour the wine. La 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 la. She is coming here to say, hey brother, pour the wine. I have waited for the day. Hey brother, pour the wine. She writes of love in every letter. Others have tried, but I will get her. Well, do you see the way she walks? Hey brother, pour the wine. What is life? What is love? What are all the stars that shine? Love, my friend, is everything, and love will soon be mine. Pour it quickly as you can. Hey brother, pour the wine. Pour it quickly once again. Hey brother, pour the wine. She's here at last, my one and only. Goodbye friends, and don't be lonely. Wait till you see the way she walks. Hey brother, pour the wine. Blink your eyes and love has passed. Hey brother, pour the wine. Hers was never made to last. Hey brother, pour the wine. She introduced me to another. No, my friends, he's not a brother. I will miss the way she walks. Hey, brother, pour the wine, pour the wine. La 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 la. Here we sit enjoying the shade. Hey, brother, pour the wine. Drink the drink that I have made. Hey, brother, pour the wine. Tell you why the day is sunny. I'm in love with lips of honey. Wait till you see the way she walks. Hey, brother, pour the wine, pour the wine. See, that is a very much like sort of a medieval kind of thing. Anyway. Oh, I love that song. It's such a good just groove to it. Anyhow, yeah, and I try to do some of his little things in there, but he has some, Dean Martin has some, I don't know, you call it techniques that he uses in his voice a lot of times. I don't know, it's what made his voice unique, and I really always enjoyed his music. So anyhow, let's see, what would be next here? This is a good one to try here quickly here. Actually, yeah, let's do this next. A little jazz number for you. And let's do it in sort of a Latin style. All right. See if you know this one. Did anyone guess that one? That was T for two and two for T. Yes, so if you have T, that song was for you. I don't think I have any other T songs. I don't know. But yes, T for two. And I think that's one of those songs that I tried to find a. I know what it was. It was when I had the theme of numbers. This was many, many months ago, probably even a year ago. One of the spontaneous themes was numbers, and I was going to use T for two because it's TWO, and two for T, but I didn't get around to it. So it worked for the drinks theme. So there you go. That is, just a jazz kind of classic, but I'm trying to think of where I first heard that song. I don't know. The sound I'm using there is a Wurlitzer electric piano, and I'll skip back here to this so you can see the keyboard. This Nord has a ton of onboard sounds, and when I was doing the original sound, was pretty straightforward. It's sort of a very, it's a beautiful sound, very mellow, very dreamy. But I was taking that sound and I added to it first a tremolo effect. So this is without the effect. If you have headphones on, you can hear. I can change the rate of it too. You can also take this and do it as a panning effect, meaning it goes between your two ears. If you have headphones on, that sounds trippy. Yes. And then the other one I used with the tremolo sound, so that's tremolo. I added a chorus effect, and the chorus effect, if I play it by itself, add the effect in, again, it's sort of a very washy sound. So it takes that sound of the Wurlitzer and it adds a second sound that's slightly out of phase with it, so it gives a very wide stereo sound. That and tremolo, for my ears, it's a very big massage. Anyhow, yes. All right. That was T for two. Anybody else new in the chat? Let's see if I've missed anybody that's joined since the last time. Let's see. I see Matt's comment. We poured wine at church this morning. I love church. Yes. It says, oh, Maureen's here. Hi, Maureen. Good to see you. Let me put this back on the closed mic, on the closed camera there. There we go. Yes. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Welcome. And let's see. Rue says, put a lime in the coconut. Yes. That's Cam says that. Rue put a, that's good. I think I did that one a while back. I don't remember. Anyhow, that was one that I think that I did at some point in time. All right. All the dancing emojis. Thank you all so much. Matt says the girl from Iguana. The girl from that. So it sounds like Ipanema. Yes. So the girl from Epidermis. I love that. It's one of those, right? One of those words. One of those 4-syllable words. Yeah, so that was T for two, and with that, it's kind of got that Latin vibe to it, that sort of bossa nova, which is not swung. So it's a straightforward groove. So if it was swung, that kind of a thing. That's boom gajag gadung gajag. But bossa is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. That's kind of a big difference there. You think of bossa nova as kind of being part of the jazz genre, and it is. Technically, there's a lot of songs that are in the jazz repertoire, I should say, that have that kind of a groove. But it's the non-swung jazz, so it's more Latin-based. But Matt says, do I have a Hammond organ Leslie speaker effect? I don't think so. You could get with the pan if you really tried. What would I do this with though? That's the question. There may be an organ I can pull up here. Let's see if I think about how this is on board. Maybe I can find one for you. Let's see here. Is there a let's see, not piano, organ sounds. What does this sound like? It's kind of an older, or yeah, maybe. That may be the closest sound I have. It's not exactly Hammond. It's close, but it has that yeah sound. Yeah. That's the one sound this Nord has that it's trying to do Hammond. I don't think there's any other one on it that has this, but it's okay. But you can't change it. So Hammond organs, the difference being is that they have drawbars, like an organ has stops, and actually they're at similar pitches to the organ. They're 8/4/2, and they have the mutations with the fractions, and then also 16. So you just kind of add those sounds. You pull the drawbars out to adjust the levels of each. So it's like having an organ with stops that you can control the volume of, because you could pull the stop out part of the way. So if you want an 8-foot organ sound on a pipe organ, you pull the stop out, and without a swell, expression pedal of some sort, you don't have a lot of control over how much in the full mix of things that 8-foot stop produces. But on a Hammond, you do, because you can control the volume of every single stop on it, essentially. So you can pull the 8-foot all the way out and have full volume, or you can do halfway. You can add more of the 4-foot or more of the 2-foot. So it's a different concept of how to play an organ. Also, the way you play a Hammond is different too, and the way the keys are made are different. But anyhow, yeah, it's one of those instruments that I just love. And the Nord, this is as close as it can get. You can't control the rate of that vibrato, but anyhow, yeah, that's one of those things. Very, very cool. All right, let's see here. What's next? Ooh, I want to use this. Yeah, back to the sound. Okay. You all know this song. You all definitely know this song. This is 1977. The year that I keep saying was probably an amazing year, because I wasn't alive then, but there's a lot of things that happened that year, and Star Wars came out that year, and Billy Joel's The Stranger came out that year, and anyhow, I've discovered more and more things that happened in 1977 that I wish I was there for, just to experience it for the first time like everybody else did. But yes, Star Wars and Close Encounters came out that same year. John Williams scored both of those in the same year. So anyhow, this is 1977. This is Jimmy Buffett. Rest in peace. He died recently. And this is probably his most famous song. There is actually a restaurant chain, I think, named after this song. So if you're searching for your lost shaker of salt, you better find it, because this song is for us to sing along to. This is Margaritaville. Nibbling on a sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of these tourists covered with oil, strumming my 6th string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know Stayed here all season with nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How it got here, I haven't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. Now I think, hell, it could be my fault. Blew out my flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. The lip was oozing the blender, and soon it will render that frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people think that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Some people think that there's a woman to blame, but I know Beauty and the Beast. It's my own, it's my own, it's my own damn. There you have it. That's Margaritaville. All right. Let's see. Okay. Someone requested earlier. Who was that requested? Whiskey in the Jar. I don't even know if I have a. What would I use for that one? That was that's an audible. I've got to call here and figure that out. Maybe this groove. Yeah, maybe it works. That's a lot, but I could do it. Let's see here. I have to find the lyrics though. No, that's not. I can just do all the lyrics. This is Whiskey in the Jar. This is a request from earlier. This is a traditional Irish song, often done in pubs. And I was in Ireland recently, and didn't hear this song, I don't think. No, I did. Last night, it was in a pub there. It was the last night that we were there. And yeah, this guy did that song as well as a bunch of other non-traditional pub songs. He did Piano Man too, which was odd for Irish pub, but it works because everyone's singing along. So let's try this one. See how it goes. This is Whiskey in the Jar. I'll see what I can do with this one. So here we go. And if Jerry is there, yeah, this one's for you, for your Irish heritage, and apparently having jars that you put whiskey in. Yeah, is it mason jars? I don't know. Here we go. I don't know what sparked that, but that was, yeah, Whiskey in the Jar, followed by, goodness me, variations on 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh my goodness. Where does this always go? It always just every which way. I plan to have, let's see here. I plan to have a set every week of about an hour or a little bit more of music, and it always turns into an hour and change, hour and 20, hour and 30, just how it goes when you're having fun. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy this too. This is all one of those things I just said. We have one life, make the most of it. And yeah, we're here. We're here right now, getting to do this, getting to share this together. And I love it so much. So one of those, how do we call blessings of my life, I guess. It's one of those things that I always say I had no choice in the matter, because when I was a little kid playing the piano, I knew this made sense to me. I don't know why, I don't know how. If you ever watched The Beautiful Mind, the movie from 2001, the numbers on the wall, it makes sense to him. He can decode everything. It all makes sense. That's how the piano seems to me. It seems like all the things, the way they lay out, it just makes sense. And I don't know why, but that's just the way things are. And I feel like music chose me. I didn't choose this life, but I'm so glad that it chose me, because it's so much fun. And you're essentially playing music. So you're playing, you don't say I'm working music, although I guess if you're practicing, you're working on music, but working on playing music. And so you get to play for a living, which is, that's the sort of the dream of everybody, right? Is to make your play your work and make your dream your work. And I certainly have found that for myself. And it's not the most glamorous career, not yet, anyways. Maybe one day, but it is definitely fulfilling. And I'm just so grateful to be here and be able to do this for you all. So thank you so much. I'm going to do one more for you. Actually, let's do a couple more. I was thinking here on my list, I've got a couple more I could do. This next one, before the last one, I'll do this. This is more of an orchestral song. This is a Henry Mancini song. And I think I saw some super chats. Was that Jerry sent a super chat? Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. And Brooks sent another one. Good. Brooks, thank you so much. It was like your third one for the night. Thank you. It's so kind. And Annie says here something about, did my piano teachers give me guff growing up about using just the very end of my left pinky rather than the pad of my finger? I don't know. That may have been a thing I developed. I see this about the song the teachers don't want you to sing on the bus. That's true. Field trip songs, you don't want that 99 bottles of beer on the wall. That would not be fun. No, I think when I was probably in high school, I was taught traditional how to play piano from about the age of 5. But I think in high school, that was when I sort of developed a interest in, well, I always had an interest in pop music, even on the radio and stuff, but and in sort of playing by ear from that. I was taught how to read music in my lessons, but as far as on the radio, I remember as a kid with a cassette tape and the boombox and sitting there in the summertime playing with toys and having the boombox next to me with the cassette tape in it, ready to hit record on the song that I wanted to record. I remember one time it was there was a movie Space Jam that came out in the 90s, and there was a song called I Believe I Can Fly. I remember waiting forever to record it on cassette. I just sat there all day playing with my Legos and my Star Wars figurines and my Hot Wheels cars, and and that song came on. You ran to the boombox and hit the record button so you can capture it. Yeah, it's one of those things that as I've gotten to high school, I would begin to start playing more piano rock, Elton John and Billy Joel, Ray Charles, and those guys tend to do that. They tend to sort of use the end of their hand because that's their bass part. That's the left hand, the pinky there. It's the smallest finger, but you've got to get as much weight on it as you can to get those bass notes out. And oftentimes, the bass players of those groups would watch the piano player's left hand because that's the part they're trying to mimic on the bass. They're watching that left hand bass line, and so that pinky slamming down on sort of the side of the hand became a technique that I just found from the way that they played. And it's just a way to get as much weight as possible rather than up down. It's probably bad technique, but technique is always based on the person rather than a global thing because every person is built differently. I always say if a scale fingering works better for you and it's not hurting you and it's different from the usual common technique of practice they like teach you in lessons and stuff like that. You think for C major, they want you to use 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you repeat it again 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if for some reason for you yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 works easier for you, do that. It's not going to hurt you. They say there's the right and wrong way to do these things, and I always say that every person's different, and so for me that was the way that I found got me the most bang for my buck on the lower keys on the bass notes. So, and it hasn't hurt me yet. I get worn out from playing in general, that kind of music after a while. But no, it's not a pain for me. I just kind of it's lean on me. I lean on that finger. So anyhow, that's the gist of that. I think I don't think I ever had anyone ever call me out on that. I have people call me out on my ring finger, and this is not going to be something that I should be talking about because everyone's going to notice this now. But I tend to not use my ring finger on my left hand, particularly when I'm playing, especially when I'm improvising. I don't know why. There's something about it. Should be my pinky. That should be the one I use the least. It's the weakest finger. But I rarely use my ring finger when I'm practicing classical stuff. I do because it's part of playing scales and things. But in general, my left hand doesn't use that fourth finger there. So I don't know. I'm not sure. It's one of those things. All right, next one here. Thank you for that question. I appreciate that. Feel free to ask things like that. I don't know. I don't know all the answers, but I have the ways that I've done things that may be the wrong way, and that's especially when it comes to organ music. That's always the pushback I get is I'm doing it the wrong way, and that's okay. I like the way I play the organ. It's the way I'm able to make things work that nobody else does on the organ. So anyhow, all right. Next up here, let's do this. This is another little wine song. And Henry Mancini. There was a movie by this name as well, and I believe, I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name. Julie Andrews' husband was a director. This is one of his films, and I can't think of what it is. You'll think of it in the comments, in the chat. Put it there. I knew it like yesterday, and then in the moment here, I can't think of his name. He did a bunch of movies, including I think Pink Panther and Victor Victoria. Anyway, very famous director. Was the husband of Julie Andrews, and anyway, did this movie Days of Wine and Roses, and this is the theme from that. So I'll do that, and maybe something else too. We'll see how we begin this. But Blake Edwards, thank you, Cam. That's what I was thinking. Blake Edwards, yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. Very well-known director. So well-known that I couldn't think of his name. There you go. But anyhow. Yeah, so maybe I'll bookend this. I was having a thought right now as I'm talking about this. Days of Wine and Roses. A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. You get a table near the street, an old familiar face, you and I, face to face. A bottle of red, a bottle of white. It all depends upon your appetite. I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant. Italian restaurant. That was, of course, Billy Joel's Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, just the opening of that. And then, of course, Henry Mancini's The Days of Wine and Roses. So we've covered a lot of bases of a lot of things that fill our cups. From coffee to tequila to tea to wine. Yeah, we've covered a lot. Whiskey, of course, whiskey in the jar. Goodness me, pina coladas. We had that one tonight. Yeah, margaritas. I was thinking about all these. Oh my gosh, yeah, we've covered a lot. So this last one is one that I heard first when I was a kid, back in the same era when I was recording things with my cassette player that I mentioned before. So back in my elementary school days in the mid '90s. There was a band that brought back I'll say brought back. They tried to bring back, and they pretty well did. They called it the swing revival, big band music on a larger scale. Now, of course, this music kind of faded away in the 50s and 60s, but in the 90s, this group kind of brought it back in a new way, and I really, really just latched onto them, and they're still going. They actually began... I believe here in Southern California, I want to say like Santa Barbara, maybe like over that way toward, I don't know, the western part of the area. But I don't know if you know the name of the group yourself, but this was one that, for me, I had their first, I guess, self-titled album, came out in the mid to late 90s. The group is called Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, or BBVD. They had a couple hit songs that were used for TV shows and stuff. And if you don't know Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, you will love that group. The weird name, yes, but the music is like a modern version of like big band swing music, and it's so good. And so I thought tonight I was going to try. I never have played any of their songs before, ever. I thought I would try tonight to do that. Let's see here. Yeah, they have on their first album they had one called "You and Me and the Bottle Makes Three Tonight." So yes, "You and Me plus the Bottle Makes Three," and this was kind of in the middle of the album. And I remember the ending of the song always. When I was a kid, I didn't get it because at the end the guy shouts out, "What do you mean it's last call?" And I was like, 10 years old, like, what's last call? I don't know what that means. And so, but the music is so much fun. And so I thought I might try to play it for you tonight as a closer. Although I was just thinking my music here in front of me doesn't have all the lyrics. I might need to bring up some extra lyrics. Let's see. "You and Me and the Bottle Makes Three." We have lyrics here? Yeah, there's lyrics here. Yeah, that's all the lyrics is here. Okay, good. All right. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll try and see. I'm going to put this on my stand here. So I've got the sheet music of like the first verse here. I couldn't find the full song. Let's see if this works. I do not know if this is going to hold. Maybe not. I have fears this is not going to hold. Actually, I know the song chords pretty well. Here we go. Let's do this. This is so exciting for the closing song. I'm trying to arrange how my setup is here. I'm so sorry. All right, let's try that. Okay, and you can't see any of it, too, which is even the better part. You're just sitting there staring at my face. Okay. This one's, again, called "You and Me and the Bottle Makes Three Tonight." If you don't know this group, after this stream, go look up Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. You will love their music. It is so fun. I believe they're still around playing and touring. They were kind of an unknown band for a number of years, but I don't know how I got hooked on them. Maybe a friend of mine in elementary school gave me a CD of theirs, and I listened to it. There was something like that back then where I remember having either a cassette or a CD of this group, and I don't know how I got it, but I just latched onto it. So if you like big band music, you will love this group. And this one, again, this is from that first album. Hope you enjoy. It kind of covers a number of bases for drinks, and we'll see how it goes. So here is You and Me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. Jack, I know what you're thinking, that now's as good as any to start drinking. Hey Scotty, yeah, what's it gonna be? Oh, gin and tonic sounds mighty, mighty good to me. Man, I know I gotta go, it's the same thing every time. I don't think another drink's gonna make me lose my mind. So I think about my next drink. It's you and me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. Woo! Well, I know this cat named Mo, he wanders to and fro. He's in my old favorite watering hole. He says, hey Mo, how you doing? Where have you been? He says, I've been fine with my whiskey, wine, and gin. Oh my, gotta go, it's the same thing every time. But I don't think another drink's gonna make me lose my mind. So I think about my next drink. It's you and me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. Woo! Hey Jack, I know what you're thinking, that now's as good as any to start drinking. Hey Scotty, yeah, what's it gonna be? A gin and tonic sounds mighty, mighty good to me. Now I know I gotta go, it's the same thing every time. But I don't think another drink's gonna make me lose my mind. Oh, I think about my next drink. And it's you and me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. It's you and me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. Now I know I gotta go, it's the same thing every time. But I don't think another drink's gonna make me lose my mind. I think about my next drink. And it's you and me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. Woo! Jack, I know what you're thinking, that now's as good as any to start drinking. Hey Scotty, what's it gonna be? A gin and tonic sounds mighty, mighty good to me. Now I know I gotta go, it's the same thing every time. I don't think another drink's gonna make me lose my mind. I think about my next drink, and it's you and me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. Whoa, 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 it's you and me, and the bottle makes 3 tonight. And it's you and me, and the bottle makes 3. What do you mean it's last call? I just got here. All right, everybody. That has been Spontaneous Sunday for this Sunday evening with a theme of drink up and all the different things that entails. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sharing in the music and just enjoying the end of one week and the beginning of another. We're back to it this week. So I think next Sunday I'm going to be doing some pipe organ for you, I hope, if everything holds well. And I'll be back in the main sanctuary of the church doing some new music on the pipe organ too. So hopefully that will all go well. And then we'll be back the following week, I believe, on the second weekend of the month. I think that will be, maybe not, back on home, on my Hauptwerk home console. So there are plenty of things afoot, new things to come in the coming months. So definitely stay tuned and check in every week if you can. I have all kinds of new fun things lined up, including new videos and new songs to release. Of course, last week I used my loop station, so that'll come back as well. The big trick for that will be using that with the real pipe organ. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but I got to get the gears going on that one. Anyhow, that's all for now. Have a great and safe week. Stay warm. It's still January here, even though we've had fire and then snow. Yes, fire and rain, actually. So there's a James Taylor song for you. Anyhow, and I'll see you back here next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. All right. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.